And now we want to share with you our trip into the Armenian Quarter. This is a corner of the inside of the old walls of Jerusalem that has not yet been excavated and is thought to be the place where Jesus was tried.
We walked in through this doorway to get into the church, kind of like the camel through the eye of a needle.
And here's the base of a column that was excavated and reassembled and is in the museum. It is absolutely magnificent.
The next picture that you see is a mosaic that is being reassembled, a fresco that John Michael is helping the archaeologists do.
And Kathy here is looking at handles of different kinds of pitchers and bowls and assembling them and dating them into which period they are.
And this piece is from the Roman era, which means it's 2,000 years old. It's absolutely amazing to think of something being that old.
And here's another piece of Roman pottery, and that's actually Latin that's written on it. And here two pieces are being put together, belong together.
In the days when Jesus would have come to Jerusalem, they would bring along a bottle of water that looked like this, and it would be right there with them the whole time.
And here's three pieces of Roman glass that is very, very rare and unusual to find and has beautiful colors in it, dating to 2000.
These are various different pieces of pottery that the archaeologist's assistant gave us permission to take home with us. The one in the middle is the most interesting. It's an amphora jar bottom, which means that it was a stopper that sort of held the jar in place as they would ship things across water and in a storage jar. Finally, this piece is a Byzantine piece. Notice the beautiful decoration, which wasn't on many pieces. It's about from the 5th to 7th century. And finally, I got to bring home a spout of one of the drinking jars. That's a treasure.
And this next picture is an example of modern 21st century pottery that's made right in the city of Jerusalem by the Armenian artisans. The little boy. About 2 weeks after we arrived in Israel, we went on a congregational retreat to a kibbutz at Mashabim in the desert, about 100 miles south of Jerusalem, near Beersheba.
We got there just in time the first night for dinner. If you look close, you see I'm eating meatballs, chicken sticks, and chicken with potatoes.
In the early days of the kibbutz, this is what the houses looked like. This is a communal farm, and the houses were very, very small and very, very primitive.
The children in the congregation were having such fun. The girls decided to have a see who can jump highest, and Jim's camera got a great shot of them doing it.
Here's one of the local residents near the kibbutz on a Bedouin campsite.
If you notice the sign, it's got 3 languages, Hebrew, Arabic, and English, so I could keep up on what was going on.
And camels have the right of way. Near the kibbutz, on the way from Jerusalem, is a memorial to the independence war in 1948, and these were some of the trucks.
I got to celebrate my birthday in Israel. I had a very special cheesecake made for me that was so good.
On several occasions we got to go to Bethlehem. Here is a picture of what Bethlehem looks like from Bethlehem Bible College, looking back toward Jerusalem. And the next picture shows what's called a minaret. This is where the imams and the Mosques 5 times a day play music, and the preacher preaches a very loud sermon over the whole city. And here's a typical traffic jam. The whole city is like this all the time when people are driving around. So what's the next picture, Kathy?
It's of a gentleman named Zaid and his little girl. They're Arabic Palestinians that don't know the Lord, and we had an opportunity to go to their home, and look what they fed us. An incredible dinner of chicken and pilaf and a wonderful soup that was made of chicken broth and spinach-like leaves.
We went to the Church of the Nativity, and this is a site that is commonly referred to as where Jesus was born. It's one of the holy sites of Bethlehem.
To get there, we had to go way deep into the bowels of the church to find where they claim the cave is that Jesus was born in.
And this is the grotto, the spot where they say he was born. And you can reach down in there and feel the dirt, and there's a 17-point star at the top of it, and huge crowds there.
We met Bulos and his wife, who are head of House of Peace, a ministry there in Bethlehem. It's a hostel, and they also have Bible studies for Arab-speaking people in the lower part of their home.
And one of the conveniences, a restaurant. It actually at one time was called Starbucks, but for some reason they had to change their name. And then, as we were leaving the city, we got a chance to see the wall. This is what separates Bethlehem from Jerusalem. It is 25 feet wall, and it's at a checkpoint that everybody has to go through. We had a very, very special event. We were able to go to a pastor's event in Jerusalem for just 1 hour, and these are Jewish Messianic leaders together with pastors from China. And this is the first time they ever got together to sing and dance and pray and cry and have a wonderful time together in Jerusalem.
One of the things they had to do was teach the Chinese people how to sing the songs in Hebrew. They were quick learners.
On the last day before we went to the airport to fly out, we stopped in Haifa at my cousin's house. He's 91 years old, lives there with his wife in the city, and we hadn't seen him for 6 years. And he lives there in an assisted living facility, and we had just an absolutely wonderful time with them. We're glad to see them. And then last, we got to spend some time at a coffee house in Tel Aviv that's run by a young man by the name of Jason Rose, who is originally from Burnsville, Minnesota. Is that too cool? And it's a ministry house.
We had a wonderful time.
And we hope that the next time that we go, that you will go with us to Jerusalem and to Israel.